So is the Titanic real?
Yes, it's real. You fucking
was just on
conspiracy
it.
theorists are pissing me off.
Was there two boats?
There were 3 boats that all
Nina,
rolled
the
out of
Pinta, and the Titanic.
Titania Maria. No,
Santa Maria sounds like a Spanish GoBot.
I thought it was a Spanish VD.
Remember GoBots?
Yeah,
Are you old enough for GoBots?
far superior to Transformers in every way.
They really weren't.
No, they were terrible.
They were
They were
smaller.
like-
I don't even remember the main GoBot's name.
I can't even remember. Yeah, no.
It looks
I
like it's a
remember
GoBot behind you, but it's actually a fucking Titanic, I think, right?
It's a Titanic cake.
That's one Titanic cake.
What's it say on the bottom? Have a Titanic birthday? Is that what it says?
I think you're
Is
right.
that what it says?
Yes.
But there's no C. It's
What?
Annie birthday.
My giant shoulders are blocking it.
Your giant shoulders?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm proportionally wider from the back than I am from the front. I'm an optical illusion
How are you wider from the back than the front?
because I got a huge back. I got a huge back.
You got a tiny chest?
No, I have big man boobs. I have a very barrel-chested body, and my back is
My kids
abnormally
noticed
large.
that you had man boobs. I was put on one of the podcasts, and they're like, Dave's not fat. Why does he have tits in this? I'm like, I don't know. Dave's thin with tits. I don't really get it.
It's everybody's dream girl. A thin girl with a rack.
Oh, man, dude, it's doughy. It's like 2 bags of Bisquick. It's not good.
There we go. No, look at that. I can make them jiggle.
You got the microphone. We can't really see it.
All right. No, I'm not
Move the
gonna do it
mic. Get closer. Do it.
Some women like that actually.
No, they don't.
No, they really do.
No, they don't.
like-
They're
they like
saying
dudes
that
with
to a
tits?
guy who
No.
does it, but they don't.
There
like
you
it.
go. Look, I can do that
No,
one.
I'm telling you, it's
How about that?
it's
No,
a
they're
weird world we
saying it.
exist in.
Just like a lot of guys say they like a girl.
I
that's
get the
got hair like
concept
a
of
scaly
saying
fish.
things. When I mean,
You know,
there's like people that they have like fetishes for it. It's weird. I mean, I guess it's not weird. Everyone's got a fetish. It's cool. If it's your thing, I don't want to say it's weird. I'm sorry.
Trying to make a joke.
No, not you. I'm saying people.
I know, but I was trying to
'cause
get a
there's-
joke in about saying how men like women supposedly would have that hair that looks like a fish's scales with 80 colors in it, but no one really likes that. You're just like, oh, if I tell them I like it, they'll blow me. The women that like guys who move their tits around are like, if that's what he's working on, he has to be harmless, so I'll go home with him because that's his thing. He makes his tits jiggle. He can't be that bad of a man. He's just weird. You don't like that. You like the idea that's what he's wasting his time on.
Well, what if she's like bisexual? I can't think of the word. I almost said bipolar. What if she's bipolar? What if she's bisexual and she's
gonna
like,
be some good
my
shit.
perfect guy's got boobs?
Well, that's
I
not
don't know.
boobs. That's movement. He has to have chest muscle. I mean, there's men with boobs. They can't move them. Like fat men with boobs, they can't move them. Dave can
We should
move
do a
his
poll.
pecs.
This should be a poll.
You don't have tits, Dave, right?
No.
Like if your
Tits,
shirt's off,
tits.
you don't have tits.
No, they don't hang.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
is it-
I mean,
You have a
but
man's
some women
chest.
have boobs later.
I have a fairly muscular chest, yeah.
I think we took shirts off on one podcast. I
We
think you
did. We
I don't
did.
think you did have a muscular chest.
I said fairly muscular.
What does that mean? Fairly, you're fairly muscular dystrophy. It's you have. It's like,
It means, muscles are like, ooh, look at those. That's muscle. It's not quite that.
you look at it and go, ooh, fairly.
Fairly muscular. Yeah. That guy's fairly muscular.
No, that to me that sounds like
My
muscular.
muscles have a very, very clear sense of morality and justice.
When you add fairly to it, it actually sounds like it's more muscles.
Fairly muscular.
Fairly muscular.
Is he muscular? Fairly.
Fairly.
Yeah.
Not extremely or absolutely, but like fairly.
Not aggressively and being all douchey about it, but fairly.
I would go with moderately.
No, fairly.
Moderately muscular.
Moderately muscular man.
Yeah. He's not overwhelming muscular. He's whelmed. His muscles are whelmed.
perfectly whelmed.
He's not the kind of muscular that makes you go, damn, I need to work out. He's kind of muscular that goes like, yeah, I could do that if I tried a little.
How many women now tell me that they think that if they were going to date me, they feel like they'd have to run? It's like, I'm not doing it to go do it with you.
Yeah, I was hanging out with a friend of mine at a bar, and this dude walks by, and it was like I saw him going in for the kill. I'm like, oh, he's going to pick up that chick. And she's like, no, that's not going to happen. He's too pretty. Girls like to be the pretty one. I'm like, all right. And that's when I stopped doing push-ups. So I became fairly muscular.
Like, why would I make them work out with me? Why would they do my thing? It's my thing.
No, they're all insecure. So they gotta keep up.
Because one girl was telling me, she's like, yeah, I'm going to start running. I'm like, all right. She goes, maybe we can run. I'm like, no. What? I wear headphones and I do it alone to get in my own head. I don't want to do it with you. I'll take a walk. A walk with you.
Go running with her.
What?
I had a girl who asked me to go running with her, and I did, like
Do
a
it?
jackass. Yeah, it was dumb. It was terrible. I'm like,
do they want to talk during the run?
No, that's the thing. Is we got on as soon as we got on, like she's been running for years. I haven't been running in like 6 months, and she's like, okay, here's the route, and then she just took off. I'm like, well, this is fucking dumb. I don't want to be here.
She had a route?
Yeah, she did. It was like it was actually real pretty. It was all by lakes and mountains.
Did you get signed up in a race?
Did you get robbed?
We got to the place. I'm like, we're having a date. She puts a number on my back. I'm like, well, this is a little weird.
It was weird. Like we met. It was on this weird website. I thought it was like Match.com. It was 10kforcancer.com.
I thought Catch Me If You Can was just the name of the app. I'm like, I bet I can. I didn't realize it was a foot race.
Like Susan B. Coleman, I think it was her name. We hung out. Yeah, dude, you ran a race. They don't give you a route.
That would be the worst name. Like you try and be cute for runners to meet. Catch Me If You Can. That doesn't sound. You get the wrong kind of crew.
Catch Me If You Can, sir.
Yeah.
You met her on Plenty of Sprints.
Oh.
Ooh. I don't know if I'd go on a run day. I don't think I would. I'd be like, yeah, I'll meet you at the end.
Well, it couldn't be a run day. There'd have to be more to it. And what do we?
What happened after?
You're not getting blown after the run.
Did you guys do anything?
Not immediately after, no, because I was out of breath. But later, yeah.
Well, you're gonna give her your sweaty sack to her?
Yeah. Hey, this was her idea.
She gave you a route, Dave.
She gave me a route.
She wasn't thinking of blowing you.
She gave me a route around
my dick. Here's a map to my balls.
X marks the spot.
69.
I got a trail. It's called a happy
Dave,
trail.
Just drink your fucking tea. You're making me nuts. You've held it up 4 times with your elixir.
It's good tea, though.
You left?
Yeah, see?
Yeah. You have a fucking cup, not like you with your fucking Winnie the Pooh honey, whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, like I want to be just a little bit extra douchey, so I went with the mason jar. It's nice.
But like, yeah, like
you're a Mason, aren't you? He's a Freemason.
Free.
Illuminati confirmed.
Is it better or worse now dating?
Dating?
Like, people will always say, people our age will go, oh, now everybody just meets online, and you don't meet people the way you used to. But people that are meeting people online, that's the only way they know. Is dating always been dumb? Is there a way to fucking do it? Is it better when you meet in person? Because usually when you meet in person, my problem with online dating is that you're putting out, it's like a food menu, but it's you. You're like putting out the things that you think you offer, but like, it's weird. Like, I like walks. So whatever you think you like at the moment you're putting out there, you're putting out the 5 best pictures you think you are, but it's not really who you are. It's who you're trying to show you are. But if you meet someone out as well, you still don't show 100% you. So, I mean, does either one fucking work? I always found my best relationships worked when they were just organic and not searching for it.
Yeah. Dude, I can't tell you how many couples I know that have been married for like 40 years. And you talk to the how'd you meet? You talk to the wife and she's like,
we met on Tinder.
No, but she like, I've heard so many couples that have been here together forever that said, well, when we first met, I didn't like him. Like he was being a dick, but he wore her down and she's like, oh, this guy's actually, like
I think it's kind of because opposites attract and they can't, a lot of times
I think it's because women tell you that they don't want you to flirt with them, but they're full of shit.
Well, also there's a thing where
women don't stop telling me to flirt with them. They get mad that I don't flirt.
Women will actually also, and men do this too, but women typically have like a shit test and they want to see how much they'll put up with. So men that do everything that women say, they get turned off by that. They want a lot of times, well, this is the study has shown that a lot of times a guy who kind of like go against it or you flirt with them or whatever, give him shit back. That's what they want. They want like a mate that's a capable person who's able to make right decisions, so then their children will be better off in the world.
That's why I should always do the opposite of what she says immediately.
That's right. I just
hold the elevator. Nope.
I like the people that become what their boyfriend does. Like you see a girl and like, oh, you're a cowboy now? She's like, yeah, my boyfriend likes cowboys, so I wear a cowboy hat. Like, well, you live in East Haven, bitch. How are you a cowboy? And then like 2 years later, she's like,
I've always loved horses.
I love firefighters. What? Yeah, I'm a firefighter sometime. Like, no, you're not. You're just blowing a guy who's a firefighter. Yeah, but now I believe in this. And then if you wear blackface, like, I'm black. I'm like, whoa, you can't do that. Al Jolson. You can't do that. No, I think it's funny. Like, here's the thing. People meet me, they message me, whatever, and they'll be like, oh, it's cool. You just have conversation and they all are shocked that I talk the way I do. People might want to say brutally honest, but I know what they're saying. Like, you're an asshole, but like it's genuine, whatever. They like that.
Genuine asshole.
They weirdly like it. And they feel like they can do it. They're like, look, I can say fuck that shit too. But yeah, but you're trying to. It's weird because like I'm naturally being mean, and they're like, yeah, everyone's gay and fisting. I'm like, what? They're like, I don't know, aren't those crazy things? So like, don't try to match my crazy. I know what I was talking about. I mean,
you could be one of those without doing the other.
Yeah.
Everyone's gay and fisting.
What the hell party are we going to? Here's your route. It's just my cornhole.
I sincerely believe that the actual way to meet a person is the more you do the shit that, like, I agree with you in that you should be taking care of you, and the more you do shit that you like, you're going to find someone that likes to do that shit. So, you've got something to talk about. Like, that's a place to grow from. I think that's the best way.
I used to think that was the best way. But now I like it more when someone's like, oh, you run or you do comedy or you do this, cool. Because I've never wanted to do those things, but I'd like to learn about those things. Same way when I meet someone, they're like, I'm interested in this and this. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because I've never even thought about those things or know anything about that world. This will be interesting to get you to know you as a human, and I can become a better human by knowing this shit. I don't want to know what I already fucking know. I don't need another fucking person to be like, hey, you also like the baseball games? Like, okay, you will wear hats. You go to games. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, but Pat, maybe you were just meeting people you didn't like because you were doing shitty things, so you just met bags of shit people. Oh, I like doing that shitty thing that you like doing.
But no, but even then I was only meeting them because I was drunk.
Well, all right.
And even when I was sober, I was still attracted to the people that were drunk.
Everybody's attracted to a drunk girl.
Yeah.
At the end of the night?
They still got to be thin. No one's attracted to a fat drunk girl. That's the worst kind.
Fat and drunk? Ooh.
By the way, I think I was telling you guys earlier before the podcast that I thought my neighbor was arguing, but then I thought about it. You must think I argue every night because I'm just telling a podcast. Like every night I had a dream the other night that I had a roommate. I didn't know who the person was, but the roommate was talking to their girlfriend or something, and they were saying, yeah, every Sunday morning, there's something wrong with him. He goes to his laptop and pretends he's on 99.1 PLR, but it's his house. He just keeps saying he's on the radio. So I was like, and I kind of in the dream explained to the guy, oh no, that's how you do radio now. You do it for your house. He's like, no, you don't. You're a crazy person who pretends he's on the radio during the morning. I woke up like, am I living a lie? I should listen to see if it's actually on the air. Am I just talking? Like, are you guys not here right now? Am I just talking to them?
It would be great.
God.
If they never once put you on. They're just like, yeah, Pat, you're on now.
They're just listening to you laughing. He thinks he's on the radio.
That's why I listen now when it's on. Because that's the other thing too. I talk to people. Our number one fan, I guess, Dave's friend, the person that watches the show. He's like, she messaged me and said like, oh, I'll try to listen to you on the radio later. And I said, well, yeah, it should be fine. I recorded it before. She goes, what? It's not live? And I'm like, no, most radio isn't live. Like, my mind is blown. I'm like, I know, it's so weird. Like, morning shows are live, but the reason why they do it is because it saves money. It saves so much money. Because if I do a 5-hour shift, I only do the shift. If you do it from home, it takes you 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Because like, you're just doing the breaks.
Yep.
And even when you're recording, like, you don't do it. You're not doing it live, so you're recording it and editing it, recording it, making sure it comes out right. And So literally when I do a 2-hour shift, it takes me like 40 minutes. When I'm on 2 to 4 on Sundays, I'm doing that between 9 and 10 on Sundays. Just get up early and I record it and I drink coffee. That's me going, and there's Led Zeppelin during September. Yep, that's what they call it, September. They take Zeppelin in September and make a pun like Olive Garden. Remember Spaghetti Together? That was also terrible. And then I hit the music, and they're like, hey, can you not call it also terrible? And then weirdly do an ad for Olive Garden.
Wow, did you guys hear that thunder that I also hear at the same time you are? Totally live radio coming up next.
I did do that one time where I was like, it's pouring out, and it was 2 o'clock. It was so sunny as fuck. I did do that one time. I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, make sure you. I think I said galoshes. Like, put your galoshes on. And then it was like 90 at 2 o'clock. It was like, I mean, it's like, oh, I hope you guys are enjoying the big game. I hope the team that lost wins. But that's another thing. Like when I meet people now and they're like, oh, you're on the radio. That's cool. What's that? Like I wouldn't want to date someone who's on the radio. I wouldn't want to date someone that's a comic. I don't want to date someone that does what I do.
Yeah.
I want to date someone that does different shit.
Agreed.
Because I've learned now that relationships aren't supposed to, believe me, I think I always kind of knew this, but in our heads, it gets weird where it's like, oh, relationships are supposed to be about each other. It's really not. It's the best relationships that I know, people that have the best ones, that they have their own separate lives, separate things, but they choose to spend the other times they don't working or doing whatever together because they like that as an add-on. I like to spend time. Not the relationship makes me like it's a cowboy girl. It's like she becomes the relationship, and without that person, she's nothing. But that shit I don't like. I like people that are independent and can do shit on their own, and then also like want to learn from me, not tell me how to fucking live. That one I can't do.
Oh, so you don't like dating women?
You're Dave and the hating women. And you're not gay? Like, for real? How do you? I love women.
I mean,
I like women so much more than men. It's not about the sexual thing. I really do. I have better conversations with women than I do with men.
I have no look. I like women a lot. I root.
You're gonna say qualms?
I have no qualms. I have no qualms.
You're gonna say qualms?
I think
you were gonna say I have no qualms.
I was gonna say qualms.
You're gonna say
qualms. I have no qualms. I have no qualms.
I like qualms. Qualm trees.
You guys have any qualms for sale?
Shut up, you qualm reader. Viet Quam.
Damn it.
Quamvid-19.
Quamsimoto.
I got Quamvid.
Oh, like COVID.
I got to socially distance because I don't want to get qualms.
This
Came to drop qualms.
Oh, I was thinking qualm before the storm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's what I bring to the party.
I like that one. Keep qualm and keep drinking coffee.
Keep qualm and carry on.
That's right.
I like my favorite porn is step qualm.
She's got all the qualms.
Step qualm. Get it? Get your mom. But it's not legal, so you can fuck it. Who's watching? Listen, I'll admit it. I've watched it.
Oh, the
but
step
I only
porn?
watch it because I like the women that play the role.
Yeah.
But why do people want that plot?
It's
like for real. Like for real. Like, let's not even
no
go.
idea. No idea what that's about.
I've had 2 stepmoms in my life.
Were they hot?
I have a stepsister. I don't know if they're hot. They're my parents and my sister. There are people in my life I grew up with. Why in a weird scenario where I like, legally we can fuck? Is that what's stopping brothers and sisters from fucking, the legal aspect?
There's just a lawyer.
Thank God.
There's a judge in the room. What are you doing?
There'd be so much jizz in your hole right now. Like, why would you want to fuck your family? Don't fuck your family. If you're going to learn one thing from this podcast, don't fuck your family.
Do we have one of those The More You Know stars? Because that should be.
Yeah, the more you know. Don't fuck your family.
Don't fuck your family.
Don't fuck your family. Don't diddle your family. Don't do anything sexual with your family.
Whoa. Okay. I think now we're just getting a little crazy.
Dave, you
Yeah.
do?
Well, I'm just saying that I
Dave,
can't. I like to
you
know
do.
that I have the option. It's
You
not
wanna
that I
fuck your
want
aunt?
to. Which one?
Dave, I don't know your feeling.
Oh, okay. Because there's the hot one.
Why do you think she's hot? She's your. I like to say aunt.
Do you say aunt or aunt?
I want to say aunt, but I think
Aunt?
when I do it, I say aunt. I
say
want
aunt.
to say aunt.
I think,
Aunt's a
Aunt is
Connecticut thing.
A-N-T. Aunt would
Yeah.
be with A-U. Aunt.
but I think that
Like
that is
Florence.
legit a Connecticut thing.
Yeah, it's a
Aunt.
Connecticut thing for sure.
Yeah.
It is correct though, but it is a
Cool
Connecticut
aunt.
thing.
Well, if you're taking the words taunt and flaunt, then aunt would be that word.
Yeah.
Aunt and can't.
Pants.
And rant.
Rant and pant. Can't.
Shan't.
Shant?
Scant.
What's shant?
Sh-
Shit your pants?
will you? No, I shan't.
Oh,
I shan't.
that was like shit your pants.
No, I shart.
I shan't.
I shunted in the
I shan't
shanty.
shat in my pants.
I sharted in the shanty.
Yeah, I would never want to fuck my family. I mean, they're nice people.
But do you have any hot family though? That's the question.
They're nice.
I
but
know
wouldn't
people that
fuck
fuck
'em.
them.
Well, no one
They all
wants to
get
fuck nice
laid.
people. No one wants to fuck nice people.
It doesn't mean they're hot.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying. I mean, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like, listen, I've dated people that I found attractive, but other people might not, and vice versa. You know, there's people that probably look at the girls with me and go, "What the fuck's that about?"
Yeah, but there's some people that everybody's pretty much like, yeah, they're pretty attractive.
That
Like,
person's hot.
yeah, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
that person is so few and far between. Like, you really,
So what
really
if
think
one
about
of them was your cousin though?
it. Because they were my cousin? I don't know. My mind doesn't work that way. I couldn't.
I'm
do
not
it.
saying that you should bang them,
No,
but I'm
I'm just
saying
saying. I
you
don't
might
think I
find them
could.
attractive though. Still, you know. What
I
I'm
think
saying?
it's the same way that, like, I'll
When-
guarantee you, like, I'll just throw a person out there. I bet you Megan Fox's dad doesn't think she's hot. That's
No,
the he
she's
looks
beautiful.
at it as a father. I'll always. I mean, I have my kids. My daughter's my little girl. I always see her as like a 5-year-old little cute kid, no matter how old she is. But there's probably somebody out there who thinks she's attractive. You know what I mean? So it's like I couldn't imagine having a family member and looking at them and saying, like, are they hot or not? Like, it's just my mind doesn't go there. But Dave probably wants to fuck aunt.
Could you imagine being like, all the dads are, my daughter's the most beautiful girl in the world. The dad is like, yeah, mine's hot.
I know dudes.
Yeah, that's happened before. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
There's dudes in jail
That's
right now that probably thought
nice.
that.
No, but just even in general, like, it's the same people that, like, you know, those families that get super fucking drunk together. I don't mean like have a beer or two at
No.
Thanksgiving. Like those families that get so drunk together or do drugs together. Those are the families that also think they're hot. Because their whole boundaries are fucked up. They're just there. When your life's like that, your house is your bar, and you're just looking at the stranger at the end of the bar to fuck. It happens to be your sister. Maybe that porn's for them.
You ever catch that where they ruin it? They play a scene that you've seen and used before, but then they repackage it as stepson,
They
mother.
repackage. You've seen.
Oh
it?
yeah, they recycle.
Why
the porn.
can't you see porn more than once?
No, it's you use the particular, you use it up and then it goes out of fashion and then it comes
You
back around.
used it up.
Yeah, you get your mileage. You get.
Can you only watch regular movies once? Can
I
you only
watch-
listen to
no,
a
no.
song once?
No.
Why can't you watch a porn more than once? It's like the Beatles.
I didn't say anything about using it more than once. I'm saying it's been tried and true, well tested. You just
Brandon, go backwards like half an inch. No, do it. No, go backwards half an inch. No, that's too far. Too far. Go forward a little more. Now go back. He has no ears. That was like
He's got no ears.
I
Got
couldn't
no
figure out what
fucking
it was.
ears.
Your head looked weird for a minute, and I didn't know it was just me. But at one point, it just engulfed it, and it looked weird. All right, good. I know we talked about the porn thing, and Brandon doesn't watch whatever. Like, if I watch, if anything, I go back to ones that I liked.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm
I
saying
watch the
after a
same
while.
one.
Yeah, you mine that vein dry, and then you got to move on.
Don't call it the vein.
But then it comes back, and someone's like, hey, check out this new. It's not. It's the same
I'll
thing.
guarantee you've said this, to be honest. If you said drain the main vein.
Oh, of course. When I was like 13.
For real? Like on purpose?
Yeah. What, when I had to
Drain
pee?
the main vein?
Yeah, I got to drain the main vein when I was like 13.
Do you think the
when I
first
was
guy
30.
that said that, like, people were like, dude, we got to tell everyone. Drain the main vein. Baloney pony, that's another one that's fun to say. You ever hear baloney pony?
You know,
Who looked at it and thought this is a pony made out of bad meats?
I'm working to bring back dong. I like dong.
I think it's still here.
Yeah, but it's not used enough. Like
I
dong.
think it depends what circle you're swinging in.
This is a pecker circle. Get out of here with your dong, sir.
Here's your route to the dog circle.
Here's your route. Meet me there, and then I'll blow you after you're
Yeah,
so
after
sweaty.
your balls are sweaty, I'll blow you. Unless that Kenyan guy beats you to the round spot.
Ah, fuck. Kenyans are so fast.
I also don't like, and this is a side note, not the dating part, but more the running. Hey, everyone that sees me run, you don't have to tell me to sign up for a race. Stop scouting me. Hey, why are you trying to put me in a race? I don't want to race anybody. I'm doing it for myself. I don't be competitive. And my times aren't good. I'm a 45-year-old man. I get smoked. Yeah, I'm running about 8-minute mile for a 5K. That's good for a guy who has a broken heel and was supposed to lose his foot a long time ago. I'm happy. I'm doing something I like. I don't want to make it competitive.
Hey, you know what you're doing? You know how you're enjoying that thing? Makes you feel good? You know what makes you feel better? Losing to someone?
Yeah. You know what? That's like every time once a year when comedy contests pop up.
Yay.
You know that thing you love? You should fucking be told that you're not as good as someone on a show.
Oh, boy, can I?
Yeah, that's why I don't understand, like, people who go on The Bachelor. I know it's like a fake thing, but, like, still, you don't know if you're going to win or lose. It's like, I don't want to be right there when a woman makes a decision just by looking at me and spending 2 minutes. It's like, nah, the other guy's better. Like, I don't need that. Like, I've talked to a girl and she's ended up dating someone else before we started dating, and I'm like, all right, at least I didn't know the other guy or see him running by me. Fucking her. I don't need to see that holding the route sheet.
Why couldn't she, man? What if she had held a race to decide which one of you was going to date her? That would at least be entertaining.
See, well, first of all, I better get to know her, because if I'm putting in that kind of effort, she sucks. Because when I played rugby and football, I wasn't really good at football, but I was pretty decent at rugby. But like my main skill, weirdly enough, is I was pretty fast before I hurt my foot, whatever. But I'm faster when I'm chasing. Like it legitimately, like when I'm in the chase, like if someone's in front of me, I can catch anyone. I mean, I was known for that in sports. Like I was really good at no matter how fast they were. I have that pursuit angle. I can do that. So if I'm racing a dude for puss, he's done. Like, he's fucking done.
I'm saying this because I hate running, but I'm the fastest man alive when I'm being chased because I'm a natural coward. Yeah.
We should race. I'll give you a head start.
I don't think you'd catch me. I'm
probably
the fastest man alive.
You have a head start.
Well, you just can't. You just can't. It's the process of having
Dave,
four older brothers.
Dave, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is there an end to the race? If there's not, then eventually I'll catch you.
What?
The one thing I've built up is fucking stamina.
But it's not just my speed that gets you. I also, when I run and I'm being chased, I run like this, and I scream a lot. So you're gonna at some point you're gonna just start laughing, and that's when
Dave, I've seen your act. I've never laughed. So like, why would?
That's because this is real life. I'm not funny when I'm trying. This is the unintentional.
Dave, I would catch you after I got hypnotized by your tit jiggle. I would catch you. Then I would show you the route.
I would get away while you're hypnotized by my tit jiggle.
I would catch you, dude. We should do this for the podcast. I would fucking catch you.
You know,
I know you're in shape.
I know you're running.
Are you working out, running, doing anything right now?
I've been working. Yeah, I've been working out, but I haven't been running.
You're bulking up. You're not running. Yeah, you're done, dude.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt that you would cross country my ass. Sure, but if you were chasing me, that gives me the push.
100 yards, I'll catch the fuck out of
I don't even know how the fuck.
you. You start at
How
the
about
10,
a block?
I'll start in the end zone, and
how
I'll
about a
catch you at
block?
the next 5.
No, well, yeah, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna do a fucking football field. How long? Okay, you know how long? Inside. That's how long I need. I need to run from
What's
outside
inside?
to
Whose
inside.
house?
Doesn't matter. All I got to do is get inside. That's the distance that I run.
And then he's gonna fuck you.
Where's inside? Wait, we start inside, or you're gonna run inside?
No, he means run away from you to get inside the house.
Exactly.
I'm coming in the house.
No,
I know, because he's gonna fuck you.
No, that's when the race is done. Once I get inside, that's it. Over.
I don't know over.
Well, then
I
you're
don't
doing it wrong.
understand over.
He'll just
That's
be
not
outside
fair.
running circles.
I go to my rules, bitch. I'm Jason.
Let me in.
Oh, I'll get through a window. You don't think I can get through a window? Fuck you. I'll run through that. I'll Kool-Aid man through that door.
Oh, yeah.
100 yards, if I gave you at the 10-yard line, I would catch you by the other 10.
100 yards, I wouldn't last. I'd die.
Yeah, I would catch you.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying if distance is a factor, absolutely.
Here's the
But
thing.
if it's
This is why
just
it
a
wouldn't be
run
a good
away,
date. This is why
What?
it would be a good date. Because the girl would be like, oh, where do you want to run? I'm like, you start at the 10. And by the time we get to the other 10, I'll fucking catch you. She's like, wait, I don't. Yeah, I'll fucking catch you.
go.
Go.
I'm just going to go inside. You think it's over? It's not over until I say it's over.
What's that movie with Mark Wahlberg? Let me in the house.
Oh, what the fuck was that called? I remember that movie. That's Alyssa Milano, right?
Fear.
Fear.
Mhm.
I think it was Alyssa Milano.
That's when she wasn't a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
shit now. She posted something about she was, I'm in a bad mood. Everyone show me your babies.
Ugh.
No.
Why? Was she hungry?
Someone did write that.
Oh,
You want to eat our babies? Alyssa Milano was hot at one point.
she really was.
Really was. Let's
Wait,
not do a John Romanoff joke.
No. What was the movie? Was it Poison Ivy? Do you remember that?
Do you think she was the best Poison Ivy? I still think
No.
Presley.
No.
Dave
Agreed.
Presley.
Yeah.
She was fucking hot.
I've always been amazed by her because she's smoking hot, but like she always kind of downplay. Like she played the roles that she could get because she was hot, but she always wanted to do like not the hot chick.
Well, she did like the stupid hot, which worked. Like
Yeah.
the Name is Earl show and stuff.
Yeah,
Like, she
yeah,
did
yeah.
really well at
That's
that.
what I mean. Yeah.
You know what I was mad about? Who shouldn't have been in any Poison Ivies? Fucking Drew Barrymore. She's
Right.
fuck you. She's not attractive. She looks like she has Down syndrome. She's
Was
not pretty.
She doesn't
she
have
the
Down
first one?
syndrome?
No, she's just regular style.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
regular-
Alicia Silverstone is always pretty hot.
She was hot for like Clueless, and then that one where she was like
That's
8,
it.
and the guy was just trying to fuck that old man.
I think you're thinking about Drew Barrymore again in
No,
E.T.
that's What's the one where she's the stalker?
E.T. tried to fuck E.T. tried to fuck Drew
No,
Barrymore.
where she's where she's the stalker.
Oh yeah. Jailbait. No, something like
No,
that.
not
though,
Jailbait,
yeah.
and it's not Swim Fan. That's the other one they made after it.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know there were that
Crush.
many movies.
Crush, yeah.
You ever seen Crush? Is actually a really good movie.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Alicia Silverstone is this girl that lives in a house, and the guy rents the guest house, and she becomes like this crazy stalker and she's underage trying to get him to fuck her.
Oh, that's a nice twist.
It's a crazy
after
fucking
him?
movie. And then
All right.
Swim Fan was the same thing, but they were like swimming. There was when I was
What a
working at
shitty name for a movie.
Lowe's years ago. There was this cute girl, Nikki, who worked like in the gardening area. She had like big fake tits, and that was like before big fake tits were like a thing. It was like this is like 2004, 2003 or something like that. And she had big fake tits, but still working at gardening in Milford and Lowe's. The tits were out.
She was a Lowe's 10.
So she was really hot for Lowe's. And then there was this one guy, Tom, who worked there. And Tom was a weird guy. He looked like Charlie Brown, but like when Charlie Brown and Ram Man had a baby because he had like shoulders like this and his bald head, and it was just weird. And he was always just staring at her. And then one day we were in like a little smoke shack. I didn't smoke, but that's where you can go hide and hang out. Me, Romanoff, 'cause I worked with Romanoff then. Me, him, and these two other buddies of mine. And we're all in the smoke shack. And Tom comes in and he just sits down. And he starts like carving something into the fucking table. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, what are you carving? And he wrote like her name. I go, easy, Swim Fan, because it was relevant then. And everybody, it crushed. I was like, yeah, I get comedy now. Because I did a relevant joke. I told a joke now, like you guys, I had to explain the whole movie.
You did.
Yeah, it didn't work. But then everyone called him Swim Fan for a week.
So was there any swimming in Swim Fan?
Yeah.
Like a lot?
That's the whole thing. She was this huge fan of this guy swimming. He was
That's
on the
the whole
swim
movie.
team, and she became a crazy stalker of his, like obsessed with like to kill him. It was kind of all like that. Like Indecent Proposals or like not Indecent Proposal. What was that? A movie with Michael Douglas and fucking
Fatal Attraction.
woman. Was it
Fatal Attraction?
Like it was that
Boiled the
style
Bunny?
of movie, but with younger girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Was there a scene where like all you see is there's water, then her, water, then her, water, then her? Because he's doing the front stroke. And you breathe every other stroke.
I think so. Sounds familiar.
Sound like someone fell upstairs. This is must have what happened when they were listening to me. Yeah. What's up?
I don't know what happened. There's a loud noises. There's a lot of arguing and then a crash. So, yeah, we're good.
They didn't come help me. Anyway,
Officer, I thought they're up there podcasting. I don't know.
what happened? How'd you get hurt? I thought they were talking about my favorite movie, Swim Fan, so I put a glass to the door and I fell down. No one talks about that movie anymore. They don't. I don't know. I don't like when people have a type. I think that's my
In
thing.
movies or in life?
In like dating again.
Okay.
I don't think you're pigeonholing yourself when you think you have a. What you think you like. Yeah. If you're single and you think you like something, you don't know what you like because you're single.
Yeah, you have a type when you're like in your 20s, and then you start to become a human being, and then there are things you like, things that you find attractive. But
right. But yeah. If someone isn't that mold, I can still go. They're attracted to them. There was a point where I was like, they have to be a certain height. They have to have a certain color hair. They have to have a certain kind of complexion of their skin. I don't mean that racistly. I mean like I like them paler. I don't mean like no blacks or nothing.
I am a big fan of I love Hispanic women, and white women are like the lowest on the list. That doesn't mean I don't find them attractive. It just means it's not
white women.
Not my thing.
And then light Asian. Not
Asian.
overly, not like.
Not all the way Asian.
Not like the Happy Family platter.
Yeah, like not that. Yeah, they can't be like beyond Asian. They can't like they can't have that pan face. You know what I mean? But they can have that.
They can't be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dick Punch. Asian.
There you go. Call back last week. But I think Asian women. And I want to say, Dave, you and I've had this conversation. I think Asian women are the hottest cold.
I disagree.
Cold.
Cold?
Cold. Like, you didn't hear that? As
hot as old. Old.
Cold. COLD.
Okay.
If it's winter time,
when they're dead,
they're out there bundled up. Asian women are the hottest of cold. I don't know why. They look hot cold.
They look like Eskimos.
All cold and shit. Great.
That's got Eskimo fever.
I've never seen one that looked hot. But that's like role playing, like a regular Asian being Eskimo-y. That's cool.
Man, I've seen a hot Eskimo. Took off his jacket.
What was his name? Damn it.
That was a double whammy. Oh, God. Both just the same fucking time. Holy shit. You both went different routes to the same shit. Here's two maps. There you go.
Oh, God.
Here's your route.
Holy fuck.
There's a blowjob at the end.
And the thing is, I knew both jokes were coming. When Dave started, he goes, I knew a hot Eskimo. Took their coat off. I think it's coming. Your coat though. I knew when you said I knew a hot Eskimo, Brandon was going to go, it's a dude, right?
Oh, so worth
His name was Charlie. That was his name. Charlie the Hot Eskimo.
Chuck Eskimo?
Chuck Eskimo.
It's just, I don't know. If I had to rank them, I got to rank ladies. White women, but I like a porcelain skin.
Yeah, I got enough of that.
I don't like tan ladies. I mean, they're attractive and all, but I don't know. It's just too tan.
My favorite. I will say this. Black ladies.
But what kind of black? Like charcoal or
Their
fucking
skin-
nice caramel? Cuba Gooding or Wesley Snipes? What's your flavor? I like
There's
how
nothing wrong.
Why couldn't they use women in that one?
Yeah, thanks for that.
I'm trying to think of what women I would use.
We're talking Michonne or from
Michonne
Walking
or
Dead.
Robin Banks.
Yeah, Robin Banks.
Not
Either
Robin
one.
Banks. That's that transvestite guy. Robin Givens.
Robin Givens. She still looks good.
Robin Banks is that comic we knew that dressed like a lady who went to Joker's Home.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that guy's awesome. I'm sorry, Chris, but like, yeah, I didn't mean to make you as the black woman that we wouldn't fuck. I think we would fuck them. Yeah, in high school, I went to an all-black school, so I did hook up with one girl who was like purple, just to see what that was like.
Mm.
It's purple.
Oh man.
It looked like I was fucking straight cum.
In college, I hooked up with a girl. She was from Jamaica. That just, woo. I love the black on white skin. It's fantastic. So hot.
Put it in my pussy. Oh, fuck, it's so hot, David. David Heath. David Heath, fuck me in the asshole.
Jesus Christ,
David
Pat.
Heath. Oh, it's so, David. Oh, David, fuck me. Cannonball. Oh, David, fuck me so much.
Pat.
Oh.
Stop. I'm getting a hard on. It takes me right back, Pat. Takes me right back, Pat.
Oh, David.
Oh my God. So this is how fucking.
Stick to my story, David. Fuck me in the asshole.
This is how stupid I was in college.
Shabba.
I'm at her apartment. It's like 11:30 at night, and we're messing around on the couch. And then her doorbell rings, and this dude walks in, and I'm like, "Who's that?" She's like, "Oh, that's my uncle."
That's me, Uncle Dave.
Thank you. And I believed her. So she's like, no, come with me. She took me into the kitchen, and that's where she.
Simpson, stick to my story.
But I fucking believed her. Oh, your uncle? Your uncle stops by at 11:30 at night just on a Wednesday? Yeah, that checks.
Did you ask him if he was Jamaican? And he went, if I was Jamaican, would I be wearing this hat?
Did she hide you in the kitchen?
Didn't you see my bobsled? Of course I'm Jamaican.
That's me name, bobsled.
Who did she say you were? The internet salesman?
Bro.
Where she's like, this is just the cable salesman. Don't worry.
This is just some white boy.
Yeah, don't worry about the pale skin.
Call me now. My favorite part of, do you remember her? The, what the hell is her name? Miss whatever the, God damn it. The psychic medium.
Oh, Cleo. Miss
Cleo. Oh, my favorite thing was when her accent would slip when she was talking on the commercials. Call me now. Listen, you got to leave that son of a. Call me now.
Yeah. The cards don't lie.
Dave, you got to call me 1-900 to make the pitch. You're making me crazy.
Jamaican bitch.
He's getting Italian there at the end.
When Dave was saying Jamaican, I was waiting for Brandon to say you're making me crazy, but it didn't happen, so I'm pretty happy about that. Well, I crammed it in at the end. Jamaican, I couldn't do the accent. The same way, there was a girl I was kind of talking to, but she was like Croatian, and I couldn't handle the accent. It was too
she
much.
had like shells on her back?
Not crustacean.
Crow Station.
He was gross Asian.
I like the entire station of crows.
I don't know, I couldn't do it because the accent was too Vlade Divas for me. I couldn't do it.
You know what the crustacean would be?
She kept asking me to pass her the ball.
Pass the ball.
Pass it. Pass the ball.
Pass it. I like how you went to Kembe Mutombo with your face. Yeah, how about his skin? Can you fuck him with Mutombo?
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely.
I think the cops are coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez.
Hope they don't come down here like just out of habit.
Oh, man. Maybe we could interview them.
Maybe not. I just saw a cop car come by. I don't know. I just hear a lot of thumping.
Oh, maybe they're making up.
No. There wasn't a fuck thump. It was a fall thump.
So maybe he's making up.
I saw somebody post on Twitter that like eyeliner isn't just for women. All people would look better with it. Let's cut that out.
No.
How about that?
Yeah, we don't need that.
I don't need to be hotter. I mean, people already can't handle this. But
You
yeah,
have to use it on your eye.
I would lie. I'd be lying if I said I could just fall in love with anybody. Doesn't matter what their skin color, who they are. I think if I was dating someone of a different color right now, in my head, I'd be like, yeah, look how diverse I am. Look how I would definitely, I know that. Without that, I'd be like, look at me being so open-minded, having sex with this lady because her family was born somewhere else. I would like to say it wouldn't be that way, but I know I'd be that way. I'd brag about it. They're like, so you're dating? I wouldn't be like, oh, she's a nice girl. I'd be like, Chinese.
Good Chinese stock.
Yeah, it's good stock. It's like wonton. It's good stock. I think it's soup stock. I don't know. Out of the Asians, and I'm not counting Indian Asian. I'm counting the good ones.
See, I would count Indian Asian. I think Indian women are gorgeous.
Right now, we're not counting them.
Right, that's why I'm
Chinese, Japanese,
dirty
Korean,
knees.
Look at these. Chinese, Japanese, Korean,
Filipino.
Do they count?
Yeah, because they're mixed with Spanish, so it makes.
I know, and that's why I don't count them because I got the Spanish mix.
Gotcha.
That's a good mix. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna say it, Brazilians are the hottest people.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, hands down.
If the only Asian people I found myself like, God damn, are Pacific Islanders. There's like there was a girl I used to work with. Oh my God, like Hawaiians and Polynesians. Just that little bit of
what the fuck's a Polynesian?
It's more than.
I mean, I've heard the term. I just mean
like Hawaiian.
But they're Hawaiian
Islanders.
No, but
there's
a difference between a Polynesian and an Islander and Hawaiian. An Islander's a Hawaiian, right?
Maybe. Hawaii's there are Hawaiians, but Hawaii has like a lot of different people that show up there and fuck, so they just kind of blend. And that's what I'm talking about. That blend. That's Polynesian.
Can't blend them.
They're brown and Asian.
What's brown and Asian and red all over? Polynesian in a blender. Remember those old jokes where you just kill somebody in a blender? Like, how big are their blenders? How are you getting it done in there?
I always thought they chopped them up.
What's black and white and red all over? The newspaper. At the end of the day, I would rather talk. I hate to say this. Yeah, I would like company again. I would like to date. I like to be in the presence of someone and hang out and spend my time. I do like laying in bed with someone else. That's nice. But I really like just chatting with them more than going to sleep alone.
At the end of the day,
really do. I enjoy laying in bed, texting or calling someone, chatting with them, and then just going to sleep. I enjoy that. I said on Twitter the other day, my perfect date right now would be breakfast or lunch. No fucking nighttime dates. Breakfast or lunch date. A nap after whatever meal it is. They don't have to nap with me, but I'm taking a nap. If they want to nap, great. If not, they can watch TV. Like 20 minutes hour nap.
Sleep.
Then go for the. You gotta leave the room. You're not napping with me. You're just chilling.
I can't sleep with people watching me. That's weird.
Yeah, you ain't chilling. That's ain't happening. But we get up, we do some kind of outdoor activity where I can have a coffee and a snack, like a walk or hike or something like that. Where I can do that, and then another nap.
What route would you take?
My pants.
Blowjob route.
The pantaloons route. But I think that's a good date.
That's a solid afternoon. I don't know about a good date.
I would rather have a breakfast, and then like a fair or a festival.
I don't like fairs and festivals.
I like them. There's just a bunch of shit to stare at, and if you don't like each other, see, that's the way I can find out right away if someone can dig my personality. Because I'm gonna want to joke around and make fun of things, and I know some people can say they can handle it, but we can't. You guys have been with me. I don't do it so out loud that the other people get hurt, but like I do make fun of everything I walk by. And if I'm in a carnival setting, oh man, it's fucking smorgasbord and glue. I'm hanging out.
Like
and if you can hang with that and laugh and also do it with me a little bit, then I'm in. But if you can't and you're like embarrassed, and I learn right away, but we still get to have fried dough.
I'm going out dancing. That's the date.
See, you're showing up. That's like I've
No,
been
I'm
on
assuming
dates where
that
they're
she
like,
knows what.
bring me to a comedy show. It's like, no, I'm not gonna show off.
No. In my version, she's not. She's a dancer too. She's good. That's my perfect date.
Well, we're
is the
not
two of us.
talking about versions. We're talking about just regular folks, not fucking laymen. 32.
Layman. What are you, some kind of lame woman who
Brandy
can't
gonna bring her
dance?
to a club and let her watch
gotta-
a DJ? Like,
We're talking about lame women who can't dance.
yeah, gay
How do you
men.
date the lame women? Bring
Hey,
them to the
Brandon's
club.
Brandon's not gonna bring her to a fucking wedding and have her watching DJ. You get a free meal, some cake, and maybe you'll get the
Have a
flower.
seat.
Let's see. Watch this. She goes over to say something to you like, "Hey, I'm not having that great of a time." Like, no requests. Not during dinner hour.
Hey, hear that
No
song?
line dances, sorry.
I played that.
No line dances. She's just doing coke in the bathroom. That's the way she dances. Yeah, you don't bring them to your strength, Dave. That's not fun for them.
It's fun. I'm saying
if-
this is something I like doing, so that's going to be involved in my perfect date, and she's good at it. I'm not dating a non-dancer.
Well, yeah, but you don't have
Non-negotiable.
to dance on the first date. That's when you spring on them.
You said
Talk about
perfect date.
What do you do? What do
You
you
said
do? Well, I used to be a
perfect
dance
date.
instructor. Oh, that's cool. We should go dancing sometime. Fantastic. Well, she goes, oh, I don't have legs. Like, oh, my bad. It's like, no.
Well, then I probably should have found out when you were hit on when you were standing up.
She had those sweet DuPont legs.
I
like
just
the
thought she was
robot
really
legs.
short. DuPont legs. DuPont legs can't dance.
Oh, did you ever see that video? Or the
No.
commercial from the 90s, whatever, or like 80s? I was watching some kind of basketball game, whatever. They're like, it was like for like a guy. It was really for like a guy who went to the army, got his legs blown off, and now he can do things because he's got robotic legs, whatever they're making back at the time. DuPont makes a bunch of their plastics things, but for some reason they made legs too. And it wasn't like they were selling the legs in the commercial. They were kind of saying that DuPont cares about soldiers and DuPont's doing advanced technology. It was one of those type of commercials. But as a kid, I took it as, yo, you can buy DuPont legs. And I wouldn't stop like talking about that to like my dad and people I knew. They're like, it's not a thing. Like, DuPont leg, I saw a commercial. It's really, and I got older, but oh, it wasn't a commercial for legs. But this guy had fake legs, and he was playing in the hood basketball and killing them. I was like, whoa, fake legs. Doing a crossover. I want to get those legs.
Could he dunk? I'd buy legs that could make me
Couldn't dunk with the legs.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I bet you could go up, but like I think they would have shattered.
Duncan cost extra. He can only afford the fucking government legs.
He got the
Yeah, he had
hydraulics that worked too well. Shot him up on
Remember
the
the
roof.
Reebok pumps? He had that for legs. He just put his pump on his legs. That was an idea that some guy had, and everyone's like, I don't know, man. That's a little weird. You can pump up, you know, your shoes loose. Yeah,
You know how you like hugs? What about hugs for your feet? What
Yeah,
if your shoes hugged your feet all day?
How about your corn cuddles? We'll call it corn cuddles. It squeezes on it so nice. Your feet don't need a hug. Like, yeah, you tie your shoe and it's loose. You don't need a pump.
You know that thing you use in pumps for your sneakers? What if we put that in your dong?
You have that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I imagined the pitch was.
What was it called?
The dong pump.
Penis pump, right? You like saying dong, but it was
Dong
penis.
is great. I'm bringing it back. Dong is great.
It never
He's
left.
bringing it back to his apartment.
When we were talking about Asian women, when we were talking about Asian women, I thought you were going to say one of them's name was Dong.
I think Dong is the name of the dudes.
What's the last name? No one's first name is Dong.
Hi, I'm Mei Lin. This is my brother Dong.
I
could
think
just-
I have. I've talked about Lee Dong on here, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Like the Cambodian kid I went to school with.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, they're good. My kids think this is the greatest story for my life. And when I tell people this, they don't believe me, but it's true. When I was in 5th grade, a kid came to Cheshire, Connecticut from Cambodia. Family was like sponsoring him or something. His name was Lee Dong. And he looked like everybody you think that comes over from Cambodia. He was in 5th grade. He had the face of like a 35-year-old Chinese food delivery guy. He was really old. And he had a Yankee starter jacket because I think they give you one when you come over. And then like he always wore the same brown corduroy pants. And he lived kind of near us. And I would ride my bike to school. I had this black Kent bike with red writing on it. It was nice. I liked it. And he would come to school with us because like we lived nearby. So my mom was like, "Be nice to the Cambodian boy." Walk with him, whatever. And he had a giant mouth. Like, like his huge ass mouth and a big ass head. He looked like an Asian dick clerk. I know that we can imagine that. So we would walk to school, and one day on Mondays I had to stay after school, and for CCD, like religious class, we had to do that afterwards. My mom would make us go to that, and at the same school. So, but for like 4 days in a row, Lee would walk with us and walk back home. And we would always walk, and he liked to walk my bike. Like we wouldn't ride it. We were supposed to walk him. He liked pushing the bike. So I guess they didn't push bikes in Campbell. I don't fucking know. Maybe he was a rickshaw driver in his first life. I don't fucking know. So anyway, so one day he was standing. It was a Monday, first time. I was like, no, I have to stay after. And he goes, bike? And I'm like, well, no, bike's outside. I gotta stay because I didn't know how we speak Cambodian, so I would just yell louder. I would lock it up. I had like a metal chain link lock. When I came out of CCD, my bike was gone. And I look at the lock, and it wasn't cut. I swear to God, it was teeth marks. It was teeth marks in a chain fucking lock. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went home, and I'm like, fucking Lee, don't goddamn game. I'm yelling. I'm like, you eat locks. Just come down first. I'm like, fucking Cambodians, they can eat locks. So like, I formed this racist thing. Like, all Cambodians chew through metal. I'm getting all upset. She's like, calm down, whatever. She's like, we couldn't have done that. But he did it. My bike is gone. Here's the lock. Look. She goes, it does look like teeth marks. It's teeth marks. Lee, Dom ate my bike lock. I swear to God. We called the police. They're like, that sounds ridiculous. Like, go to his house. I bet you my fucking bike is there. And they're like, we're not going out. But come on, go there. So my mom drove there. They're like, let us know if you get there. The police, let us know if you see it there. Like, just back when the police were like, it was safe. You weren't going to get shot. It was checked. So we drove to where the apartment he was living in. Sure enough, outside the apartment is my fucking bike. We go inside. And I'm like, wait, did you eat this lock? And he goes, jeez. and my mom's like, sorry, Pat. But yeah, I'm not fucking crazy. Cambodians can eat metal. And then the mother goes, not all of them. I'm like, oh, just your special one? Yeah. The Cambodians can eat teeth. That's my Lee Dong story.
That whole time, all I could think about was in homeroom doing the roll call and the teacher calling out, Dong Lee.
No,
I would call him Dong Lee for the rest of that'd be his name for the rest of his life.
They didn't even do roll call because like we knew he was there. It was Cheshire, Connecticut. There was 5 kids that weren't white. And like Lee Dong was one of them.
Dong.
They didn't have to do that for Lee Dong, your favorite, Shobhavati Swaran, Lokesh Nigam, Mimi Lean, and then
what was his name? Lokesh what?
Lokesh Nigam. I've talked about Lokesh Nigam.
Yeah, but everything sounds fake about that.
And Lokesh Nigam was he was the one that my other racist term I came up with in my head, stereotype, was that all Indian people have super powerful skulls. Because I think I told you guys this.
You hit him with a wrench?
No, a kickball went under someone's car.
What?
Kickball went under someone's car, and he went to go get the kickball, and then the car somehow rolled.
Oh no!
And the tire was on his fucking head like this.
Ah!
It was literally stopped a whole tire car, and he goes, "Hey guys, can you get this off my head?" We're like, "How are you talking?" And he's like, "That's fine. Can you just get someone?" So we went and yelled for people. Somebody came out, like they didn't know what to do. Like, you can't start the car. Like, so they like 4 minutes to like kind of lift it and move his head, and he was fine. And I'm like, Indians have powerful skulls, and Cambodians have super teeth. Like, those are the real X-Men.
Those are like Bond villains. What was the guy who could just? What was it? Not
I was double
teeth or something.
Jaws.
Yeah,
it wasn't hard, Dave.
Yeah, I was thinking of. I'm sorry, I reserved Jaws for a good movie.
What was the guy's name who could shoot?
Yeah, he had the teeth.
He had the teeth, yeah.
Who was that guy with strong jaws? You know, Jaws.
That guy who could Jaws way through everything. What do they call him? Was it Tooth?
I think it's weird that Jaws, the movie, was called Jaws.
Why? It was awesome.
No,
but
Jaws. But he's one jaw.
No, because they have different. That's the thing, because sharks
setting up the sequels.
Their jawbones replaced. They have different ones. They rotate out.
That's not why they named it that. Nobody was thinking about the rotation of the jaw. I know a couple of girls that got a good rotating jaw.
They knew if they named it Jaw, they couldn't make a sequel, let alone 5 more.
Jaw too. They named it Saw, not Saws.
Sawzall.
Saw. Saw 2. Still saw. Still saw.
Saw 2. Seen.
Yeah, that's what made me mad. Remember when that Magic movie was out? Now
Magic Mike?
Now you see it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they said, now you see it too, and not now you
Now you
don't.
see
It
it.
should have been called Now You Don't.
Yeah, or Now You See It Again.
Right, but no, but it should have been called Now You Don't.
Now You Don't. That would have been a better movie.
Way better movie. I actually liked both.
I didn't see either of them.
I enjoyed them both thoroughly.
Now you saw it. No, I didn't.
Do you like watching a movie with someone that you're just starting to date?
That I'm just starting to date? Not if they pick the movie.
See, no, I don't mind if they pick. This is a problem I even had in like relationships too. If I pick the movie and the person says, I want to watch something with you, you pick. I don't care if I turn and they're looking at their phone or they walk away or they're going food or they talk a little because I chose the movie. I'm focusing on the movie. But if they turn to me and say, I want to watch this movie, and I go, sure, whatever you want to watch. I'm someone that when a movie's on, even if I don't choose it myself, I get into it because I'm like, we're watching a movie.
Right.
I don't really want to talk during it. We'll talk a little bit, not during the important part. I want to hear the dialogue. I'm watching the fucking movie. But if I turn and you made me watch some shit I don't want to watch, you're on your phone, you're walking around, or you're not paying attention at all, then why the fuck are we watching this? And then I would say that out loud instead of like, nothing. I probably should have said nothing.
If I'm watching a movie like on a date at a home on a couch, then I'm all about the smooching. If I'm going out, then yeah, I want to see the movie.
Well, you're thinking about dates. My last scenario there was more like, I'm living with the person it's been once. So
see,
like,
that's
we're gonna smooch after.
But even the date you described as a date, that's like living with someone kind of date. That's like
every one of my
alone. I'm talking about like dates that you do to do things.
Yeah, here's the thing, Dave. I've never been on a date.
Really?
I just talk to people and then we just get in relationships.
I mean,
literally.
0 first dates. That's the
really. I mean, like, it's never really a date. You kind of like just hang out. I mean, you call someone coming to your house a date?
No.
They just come over and we hang out and then like, things happen. But the next thing I know, they're living with me.
That's the exact opposite of my dating experience. They come over for a couple hours and then
like since I've been divorced,
forever.
which was 10 years ago, I've lived with 3 people.
Oh my God. Why?
That's what I do.
All right. There were 6 kids in my family, plus 2 parents, 3 dogs, 2 cats, and some rabbits. Then my first apartment was with me and 2 roommates. Then my second apartment was me and 5 roommates. So ever since I could get on my own, that's been the goal for the rest of the time. No people. Too many people.
I like living with people. I like people. I like having someone I like waking up next to someone. I'm that kind of person.
Don't get me wrong. There are moments I miss that, but I enjoy the not having people around. Big fan.
I do for things like this. I would feel bad right now if I'm just yelling in my living room on a thing and then they're just trying to hang out and watch shows in the room and yelling. I feel bad like the neighbors. I thought they were fighting. They're probably arguing about who's gonna tell that guy downstairs to shut the fuck up. It seems ornery. But I just
it seems good to have people around.
But it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind being alone, but I don't mind.
I like being alone.
I also don't like being alone.
Yeah. Well, that's welcome to being a fucking human being.
I don't miss the relationships I had, but I do miss relationships. That makes sense.
That I get. I had a moment where I was at the dance studio. I used to see couples all the time, and like there was a lot of interaction that soured me on couples. And then one day at the end of a lesson, I had they were an older Filipino couple. They were both in their 60s. And we had a really good lesson at the end. They sat down, we had these couches, and they sat down and the guy's just sitting there and his wife just sits down and puts her hand on his knee. Like that's where my hand goes. I'm like, yeah, I could be married for that. That seems pretty goddamn awesome. Just a woman just like, boop. She's all happy. He's all happy. And the hand goes on the knee. That was so sweet to me. I'm like, yeah, that's worth it.
I had one relationship like that, but it was right after my divorce. So like, if it happened at any other time in my life, I'd probably still be with that person. But it was just like right after, and I was with her for like over 2 years. She was very sweet and very nice, but she wanted marriage, she wanted all that. And I'm like, I literally just got out of one. That wasn't gonna happen.
I had this similar thing. I'd broken up with my ex, and the girl I dated after her, I was like, oh, she's awesome. Like, I could see myself being with her. But unfortunately, for both of us, we were rebounds and real raw. So like she wasn't willing to budge, and I wasn't willing to budge. So we came to a point where like we had some friction, and it was like, no, I'm out. Like that, both of our decisions, like, no, we can't do this. Gone. Which sucks because she was fucking cool as hell and we got along great.
The weird part with me, like, too, is like when I'm in relationships now, and then people be like, well, you'll probably never want to get married since you were married. I'm like, no, I'll never get married. I don't, because I did one thing, it didn't work with that person, doesn't mean I wouldn't be open to it again. Like, and I guess a lot of people are that way, but I wouldn't care. I mean, I'm not looking to get married, but if a situation arose and I felt like it was the right thing to do and it was better to go, I would do it again in a minute.
If a situation arose, like I'm hanging out with all of my family and friends, and for some reason we're all dressed up.
Yeah, like, and I got a this place, and like, I got this tuxedo on, and I'm like,
if I want a free wedding package in a raffle somewhere, I'd be like, I guess we're getting married.
That's like this is an occasion.
Because you guys don't have either one of those things, but like, I've been married and I have kids. So when I date someone, after a while, that question comes up: you probably never have kids again. I would. My only problem is that I can barely take care of myself. I don't want to bring a kid into the world where I can't afford the kid. I don't want to make someone else.
I 100% agree.
And I also, but then sometimes they get mad at me, say, well, that shouldn't fucking matter. I'm like, well, it does, because like I love my children, my kids more than the world. But I'm already struggling to provide for them all the time anyway. Like what I'm doing in life, I don't want to have a cause of fight between someone I care about. We bring a kid into the world because I can't provide. I want to take care of myself before I can do that. But I definitely would if I cared about someone having another one. I mean, I love being a dad. I could definitely do it again. I don't think I'm too old now. I mean, it would be weird to be this old to be a dad with a baby, but I don't think it would be that odd. I don't plan on dying in the next 30, 40 years. I'm taking care of myself, so I think I'd be around.
I 100% agree and get where you're coming from. I've been the thing. Nothing pisses me off more than I know so many women who have just been dicked over by guys, and they're a good friend who fucking her ex is a piece of shit and made a baby with her, and then now he was a terrible husband. He's being a bad father. I'm like, I'm tired of these loser ass guys getting laid. I can't fucking stand it. Like every decision I have made has been, I'm not getting into that. And same thing until I'm ready. Like
you call them that?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
ladies?
Oh yeah. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. No, I mean, I'm not getting ready. I'm not going after. If I'm going to be there for you, I'm going to be a good person, a good man. And when I can take care of myself, then I'll take care of someone else.
I will never understand how you can bring a child into the world and not want to see it.
Me either. Listen,
I got divorced, but the hardest thing I ever did in my life was not the divorce part. It was saying that I was not going to be there for the first time ever when they woke up in the morning. And that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Their lives would not have been happy if I didn't do that. They would have had a harder life because we did not care about each other anymore. And it would have been worse. Two people trying to stay together, and it would have been an angrier home. And I think it's worked out better. I think. I mean, I don't know, but I also try not to be my dad. And my dad meant well. My dad, he got divorced when I was 6 from my mom. And my brother was 4, my sister was 2. And they were, he tried, I guess, but like his life was too crazy different. He was drinking all that stuff. So like, we literally would talk to him on Thursdays for 5 minutes each. He'd call at 7 o'clock. I'd talk for him from 7 to 7:05. My brother would do 7:05, 7:10, whatever, 7:15, my sister. And then on Saturdays, after whatever sport we did, like noon, he'd pick us up on Saturday and drop us off after church Sunday. So like a 24-hour shift of seeing our dad once a week. And it was like no real influence. He's a way better dad now. I mean, incredible father to adults. And he's had way more kids, and he's learned to be a better dad. He's a great dad to them. And he's probably one of those poor people in my life right now. He's a way better dad for adults than he is for kids, and I appreciate him and everything he had to go through. But I've always told myself, no matter what my life's going to be, I will be there for my kids. I'm not saying I would ever become anything, but there are many people at a certain point in my comedy career like, you should move to New York, you should move to here, you should move there. No. I'm struggling. I know I'm doing dumb shit like it is, but like I have to be around for them, even though it's hard sometimes. I have to be there for them. They become for. I will never understand a guy who sees his kid once. Fuck that.
See, even not being a parent, the idea of like I could never. The
Dave,
idea of
we should have a child.
away from my child.
That's what I'm saying. Dave, we should have a child.
Only if it's Cambodian. Like I couldn't walk away from the kid, but I could absolutely see myself saying to that child, "I'm out." Like just the look on their faces, I'm never coming back. I could do that.
But it only worked once because every other time they know it's a kid.
Just want you to know today, I might not come back. Depends on how you are.
I hope. Listen, and if your kid has, listen, you know my kids. If your kid has my kid's sense of humor, they'd be like, "Good, we're locking the door." My kids are funnier than me. Like, so it's like they would be funnier with that line. It'd be fucking great. But back to that part, like, so that's the craziest part. Like when you date someone, I like to get to know them for a while first because you can. I got caught up in the passion part. I get too caught up in the beginning part where they're like, there's somebody that's so driven they seem, or so go-getting, or so out there, so alpha-ish, and I'm like, yeah, like I like that. But then you're like, oh, there's other things behind it. That craziness sometimes that go like that all the time won't want to settle, won't want to chill. Like the person who wants to be the most passionate person at the beginning and fucking every night, crazy love, and all these things, and like we're going here, we're traveling there, we're doing that. It's like, okay, 6 months down the road, it's like, well, no, life's in the way now. We can't be that. And they're like, fuck you, you don't want me like you used to. You should. Why don't you do those things? It's like, well, we've moved out. We've elevated to the next level where you just do that once in a while. You chill. It's not, I just don't care, but like, I like to take the time so I can read that shit now and go, do they have that? Or do they have that part where they can just chill? Or that's what I'm trying to learn.
See, at least on paper, I like the idea of everybody keeps trying because that, like, you're to your point, and you're right. Everyone's full of shit when they start dating because it's like, this is the best. Like, this is what I look like all the time. When it's not. This is how I act all the time. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is your best effort. And then when that goes away, it's like, fuck you. Like, really?
Well,
why
see,
why am I not worth trying for anymore?
I do that. Like I've been told, like you were like this at the beginning. It's like,
yeah,
I was playing off what you were being. Like,
exactly.
I really am someone who plays off someone else.
Exactly.
So it's like you were being that way. I am not an initiator of the fucking. It's just not me. If they're trying to fuck all the time, I'm like, I'm in. But then like, we're living together and it's working every day. And all these things, like some days where you don't want to. I'm sorry, but you're tired. And I still want to cuddle. Still want to watch a show and whatever. But it's like they're like mad about that. It's like, I don't know. It's just maybe I do get like that. Maybe I do settle and it becomes boring. But I think everyone. I'm also so much older than these women. Like I know I run and I'm in good shape, but I'm usually so much older than these fucking women. Like the last couple of relationships, it's always 10 years or more at least. It's a lot. Always 10 years or more.
That's outstanding.
Since I've been divorced, I think I've like actually dated in a relationship. Actually, I've hooked up with a couple that were like in their 30s at least, in like less than 10 years, but in a relationship, which was 4 of them, because they're all long. The closest was 11 years difference, and the biggest difference was 15.
Wait, the difference between the last two, the 11-year-old
not their
and
age.
the
The biggest
15-year-old?
difference was like between me and them, was a 15-year gap.
That's substantial.
That's substantial. But my daughter told me, like, from now on, they have to be closer to my age than hers.
Well, that's fair.
It's fair and just. And also make sure I don't fuck her friends. But I think when people meet online now, they're so worried about what it looks like that you don't get to know anyone. Then again, I've never dated online and I'm still single. So what do I know?
I think there's a market to exploit for men in their 40s, like early 40s, women in their late 20s, like no younger than 27. to 32.
There is a site for that.
That makes sense. That seems like the sweet spot for older men, because it's women who are out of their 20s, done dealing with like the kid bullshit, trying to become an adult and wanting babies.
Yeah, but
So
it
they
ends up
want
just
someone
being
more
sugar daddy
established.
shit. It just ends up being sugar daddy shit.
Yeah, but that's why I'm broke. So
No.
fuck him. I got this all
But
figured
that's why,
out. Pat.
but that's what the women, I mean, are on there because it ends up being sugar daddy. They're not even. I'm not saying they're going through it like
Yeah.
that, but at the end of the day, they're
Listen.
thinking an older guy's going to take care of them. They don't want an
Yeah.
older guy who's got
Yeah.
the same values as them, like me.
Just because they're stupid and didn't read the situation right, that doesn't mean I should suffer.
They don't need. Listen, the reason why me and a young girl get along at the beginning is we say we have the same goals. Like we both want to, we want to do well when we grow up. We both. And then, like, when they get older, when we start actually dating, they're like, "You're supposed to be taking care of me." I'm like, no, you're supposed to take care of me. You're going to bring this up a lot. Right? At the end of the relationship, you're going to bring up the fact that you said you would help me out. You knew I was poor, but you're going to bring it up over and over. And I needed your help, and you didn't think I'd really take the help. But you offered the fucking help. I was embarrassed. I needed the help. Anyway.
We have the same goals. We both want you to get a job, so I don't have to.
Listen, we're both hoping to get discovered. It's not going to happen. Both hoping some man sweeps in and takes care of us.
But you're really better at drawing maps than I am, so
here's your route.
the trail. Here's
your route. I don't know how long this has been, but this has been long. What do we debunk? Debunk beds?
Jeez. Oh.
We should debunk beds.
Why have we never debunked beds?
Oh, man.
I don't think we've ever told a bad pun in this
Debunking beds.
I'm
mad because I didn't think about it. I'm mad.
No, I know, but like we've never both.
Oh.
Usually, you say the line or Dave says it. I go, oh, whatever. But it's never been where Dave and I both got excited about a pun. You're like, oh man.
I'm just like amazed I never thought about it. I'm what's the word? Like flabbergasted. Debunked beds. That's great. You can put two beds next to each other that aren't stacked. We debunked them. Oh man.
Man.
Watching some comic. I don't know, it was like last week, I think the guy was opening for Anthony DeVito, and he's like, oh, it was Anthony DeVito, actually. He said he was a single child, but his mom wanted him to feel like he wasn't, so he had bunk beds his whole life. But he had to, like, sleep with the bottom one, just waiting for this brother to appear. Never did. So fucking sad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But Brandon, you didn't really chime in on this, though. I know right now you're not really dating. You were a dating
Well,
guy
I mean, I do actually have a lot to say about it. It's just it's definitely different now at this point. Now, I used to believe I wasn't really into monogamy, but I've changed my views, especially with the way the world is now. I've decided that I need to mate and make children, because the only way to change this crazy world is to just put other versions of myself.
You have a dating app that says that I need to mate and make children.
I wish, man.
You would actually find a lot of women. It sounds weird, but I think a lot of them are like, yeah, this guy's right out
like,
there.
yeah, you're right. We do need to.
I need to mate and make children.
Oh yeah. So
take off your shoes and get that kitchen warm, bitch.
I want to start. I keep telling her, like, I'll tell women now, or well, I haven't really talked to anybody. If I do, my plan is tell them I want to start a homestead. Like, let's do this. Let's start a farm. I don't know, something.
Let's start a farm.
Get
And they'll
chickens.
think you're kidding. They're like, aw, you would start. Like, you give them like a butter churn.
Like, that sounds so cute. Here's a shovel. What's that for? Shoveling shit. Now get out there. But I do like that. I like that idea of the 40s, like young mid 40s and then later 20s, because I feel like it lines up also because you know how women are so a lot of times a lot more mature than men, you know, so it's like the same maturity level too.
The idea of dating someone your own age is stupid on every level.
Well,
like
for some people it works out, but you're right though. You're right. Most people it doesn't. Yeah.
Well, women do mature faster, and to expect if you're a woman and to expect a guy your age to be on the same page, like if you're young, he's not thinking about what you're thinking about. He's thinking about sex and boning and being awesome. And then if you're older and you want to do something, like he's in the home stretch where he's slowing down. Like you're just never on the same page. But
yes and no. Maybe just sexually you're saying that, like that's what it is. And it's, I mean, I think it's just me too.
I also think in other ways too.
No, because to be honest with you, like the relationships that I've had, the last relationship I was in, did not end the greatest, but the relationship I was in, when we would chat and talk, I got along better with her, like intellectually and like conversationally better than anyone my age I've ever talked with. And I think it just depends on people's experiences, their life views, stuff like that, where they've been through and stuff like that kind of thing. Yeah, the part where we were sexual, it's like she was younger, she had more of a drive, and I was older and beat up, and I'm that kind of person. That kind of thing was different. But the part where we get along really well, the conversation, I never once in a conversation with her ever thought she's this age. Like I never even age never came into my mind because when we had the conversation, we just felt like we were the same age.
I'm not talking about compatibility in terms of like, okay, you can talk about the same things on the same level. I mean in terms of priorities. Like for a man, and this is for me. I'm just.
Now we both think
40s.
I should quit comedy.
What's that?
We both think I should quit comedy and get a real job.
Well, no, I'm saying all of us, Brandon and I, were roughly the same age. The idea of, okay, now I actually want to be like a dad. I'm 41.
Okay.
I'm 44.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
all right, so close.
yeah.
So this idea of
I'll be 46 next month.
I'm the baby.
You are the baby. I actually thought you were a little younger than that. I thought you were 39.
Yeah. That's well.
I'm not saying you look good.
It's because my tits are good. My tits have held up.
You got it.
That's the great thing about this COVID. How many people now look at me and go, wear glasses and go, really? You're not in your 30s? I'm like, oh, you sweet black kid at Big Lots. Come here, you. I think I told you guys this. I got in an argument with the guy at work. He was being an asshole to the manager, and I kind of turned to him and I'm like, dude, just be nice. Like, stop speaking to her that way. Just nod your head. He's a younger kid. And he's turned to me and he goes, shut the fuck up. And I just turned to him and I went, my nose can't touch his nose. Just for 1 second. I haven't got like this in a long time. And I was just like, I can kick your ass in 2 seconds. Turn around, the manager wouldn't even notice it. How about you fucking turn around and do your job? You fucking understand me? And he goes, yes, sir. And I go, I'm twice. And I go up. And I said in that rant, I said, I'm twice your fucking age. I kick your ass. So I said. So one of the younger black kids goes, yo, Pat, how old are you? Even though he goes, no, I go, yo, Pat, how old do you think that dude is? And I go, what do you think he is? 15? I go, you think I'm 30? It's like. Like, you're 32, right? Like, I'm 45. They go, oh, shit, old man gonna fuck people up. I'm like, well, all of a sudden, I'm an old man. Like, you look good, though, but you're an old man gonna fuck people up. By the way, they were obviously Irish with the accent.
I was going to say Scottish.
Yeah, I wasn't a black voice at all, please. No, I'm 100%. I believe in relationships. I believe in I've never cheated one day in my life. I don't know. I think if you want to fuck someone else, you just leave that other person. That's dumb. If you just need to fuck other people, you shouldn't be in relationships. If you need to just fuck, and you want to just fuck all the time, you like just fucking, you shouldn't get in a relationship because it's going to not always be fucking. I think some people, men and women, don't understand that. If you want to fuck all the time, just date and fuck. There's nothing wrong with that either. That's what you like. But if you want to just share your life with one person, realize that the fucking isn't going to happen all the time because life gets in the way.
That's what I'm saying. Most men don't get to that point until later. They're like, okay, I want to be a dad. What? You've always been that way?
At that point.
No.
Yes.
No, I mean for me. No.
I was like, I thought you were telling me no.
No, I don't believe you, Pat.
Henceforth on this day,
we're gonna prove how.
I call shenanigans, sir.
Oh, are we handing out hullabaloo?
You're telling me you wouldn't have taken a blowjob from that other young lady when you were dating that one young lady?
That wench? I would not call upon the wench.
You would not let her please your loins.
But I think this will be the last dumb story I tell about it. We've been on forever. When I was in that one I just said, the girl that I dated when I first got divorced, and I was with a couple of years, she really wanted to get married, and I knew that was going to happen. I started working at comics when it was at Foxwoods, and I was the manager there, and I met this girl, and it was like one of the first times in my life I've been attracted to her. I've never had one of those, I saw someone, I was like, I have to or like, I've never had that in my life. And then this girl, I was just like beyond turned up. Like, I just like, and I could tell right away it was mutual. And she was kind of like hinting at that, saying we were flirtily talking at work, whatever. But then I could tell something was going to happen. And I was like, well, I'm in this relationship. I live with this girl. It's like, I've been with her for years, and I can't do that to someone. So people have told me this was worse, but I went home and I told her we have to break up because I'm going to fuck this person. And I don't want to do that to you when we're together, but I know it's going to happen. So we have to break up. And this person today probably still hates me. And that was an asshole move. But it didn't work out. I was with that girl for 3 or 4 years, and she kind of like half stalked me and almost killed me. It was a really dumb move. Don't just dump at the things you want to fuck. You should stay with the things that will fuck you, but they're also not always the prettiest. Like that's what you should. That's the lesson here. But
babe, wake up. Babe, wake up. So I'm gonna fuck this thing.
You understand? I did wake her up. I got home really.
That's fantastic. This is gonna happen. So I need you to either be cool with it or
no. Then that's not cool with it.
See, maybe that's why she's pissed.
No, she won't be cool with it. We hooked up one other time afterwards, and she wasn't. She was still mad. She thought that was gonna get. She thought I would just go back with her.
That's something that I'm legit upset that I've never had the hookup with an ex, like never.
I've had it every time except twice in my life.
Yeah, I've had a bunch too.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've only seriously dated one person, and then the rebound chick I would have considered serious, and then everything else was just fucking around. So I don't know. Maybe
you only
I
had
did.
2 shots, and one you called a rebound.
Yeah, maybe I did keep hooking up with exes.
You just had Dennis Rodman in your phone.
I'm going for that record, Dave. Come on over. Dennis, leave me alone. I need that record, Dave. I need one more.
I need to get 21 rebounds. You dyed your hair green. You got tattoos. You're wearing a dress. Rodman, you're hanging out with Kim Jong-un. Rodman.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He was our ambassador.
He goes over there and chills. All right,
yeah, but he was the ambassador when Korea wasn't. Yeah, we weren't that worried about him, so we sent him Rodman.
He went like last year. He goes all the time.
Yeah, now it's established pattern. Really, but I mean, not when it counted.
He was going regardless. I think Obama just tried to pretend like he sent him.
He went one time when they had like a hostage or some shit. That's the first time he went. Yeah.
Like, really? Who's gonna talk? Yeah, who's gonna talk about Rodman?
Yeah, because what's
die?
his name? Kim Jong-un apparently loves the Bulls or whatever. Like,
yeah, he loves the Bulls and he loves Rodman.
No shit.
Yeah.
He's a fan. They became friends because Kim Jong-un's a fan of Rodman.
It's crazy shit.
You never know where your fans come from. So, all right. So I don't know what we debunked, but this is our dating special.
Can you imagine if like somehow Kim Jong-un came across one of your podcasts, Pat, and then he ended up loving you, and he's like, "Come to North Korea," and then all of a sudden Pat Oates is just like flying over.
As the dictator.
Dave,
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Dave, can you drive me to North Korea?
Yeah. Can I open?
Oh, yeah, you're doing
You can open the barbed wire fence to let us in.
All right. Anybody want to plug anything?
No, that was yesterday.
Morelaws, moreproblems.com. Check out my videos. I just put one out.
Brandon,
I put one out on 9/11.
Brandon, we'll let you do that in a minute. Let's let Dave's joke just sit there. Did you hear Dave's joke?
Well, that wasn't a joke.
He said not this week, right?
No, he said. I said, did you plug anything? He said, they did it yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh. But I mean, I didn't mean about butt stuff, but now I do.
You did. Oh, you had your festival. How was that?
It was good. I mean, the crowd was excited. You know, not a huge crowd, but decent. People actually came out, and they're talking about doing some shit in the future. So good time was had by all.
But when you say plug, you could just be like Twitter or like Facebook or whatever.
I don't want to plug Twitter and Facebook.
Oh, well, that's what most people do. You just give them one date. The show's coming out. No one's going to go to your show when they're watching you in Wisconsin.
Anything you want to plug? Yeah, I had a show yesterday.
Listen, all our followers are the one girl who knows you. She knows where your shows are. Brandon's friends from fucking his conspiracy podcast, and then like 8 girls who follow me from Compound who live in Canada. So no one's coming to our shows, okay? That's what we have. So
maybe I'll get a show in Canada.
Follow me on Twitter, Pat_Oates, or same thing on Instagram. I've got this podcast. Go check out. I'll go on YouTube and subscribe to my Miserable Men 2.0 podcast. We just recorded our first one. It'll be coming out on the 21st. in the Pat Oates podcast as well. I got a couple new ones coming out this week. So check that out. Brandon, do your thing again.
Yeah, go to morelawsmoreproblems.com. I just put out a video on 9/11, and we talked a little bit about that, but some other stuff too. So yeah, check it out.
I got one.
Yeah.
Go to davehinscomedy.com and let me know if that site's still up.
Nice. Nice. So, all right. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace out.
Nice.
Hate hard.